All right, you guys, so let's do part 4 of the notebook numerology. Now, I really enjoy the final 2 sequences because they apply to both present day and the past situations that are actually presented in this movie. So the next sequence we're going to go over is 71490. So the first example of this I want to talk about is when she is actually older and she's in the nursing home with her husband, who she forgets is her husband every day, and he has to read to her to remind her. Because here we're talking about someone navigating the realm of disease, right? Dementia is a disease. And a being transformed by information. So the acquiring of information from her partner is in fact 14 energy. It's helping her better understand the realm of 5, meaning karmic matters, things she's gone through, things she's going through, uncomfortable feelings, certain lessons that she's having to overcome from this experience, right? From her life. Now, the next 2 digits we want to assess in the sequence are 9 and 0. Whenever we're talking about a 90 cycle, we're talking about a cycle of completion. In this situation specifically, when she's older, we're talking about nearing the end of life because she dies soon thereafter. Okay? But let's give another example here, because this number, the sequence, also applies to Allie in the situation that's presented in the movie when she's younger, when we see this on her license plate. But when she's younger, 7 clearly has a different meaning because she's not suffering from dementia yet. So in this situation, like I said in the previous video, we're talking about secrecy. We're talking about the dark side of karmic matters, having to deal with these uncomfortable feelings and not really knowing what choice to make. Okay, all of these things happen in the realm of 7 because they're directly related to our own internal struggles, to our own character deficiencies, and the things that make us want to play games, the things that make us unsure, the things that make us lead 2 people on, right? Those are all related to the realm of 7. Those are our own shortcomings or our own personal darkness, as I like to call it. So it's important to be aware of that. So when she's younger, that's the situation. So when we're talking about this, the next 2 digits are 1 and 4, 14. So in this situation specifically, this is when she gets reintroduced to Noah. Communication. They have deep conversations about their circumstances, their connection. And it's after she gains this additional awareness and additional insight that she makes a decision, that she decides to choose Noah for the most part, right? But then she finalizes that decision after speaking with her mother and getting her mother's blessing. But I digress. So in this situation, we talk about a 90 cycle. We're talking about an end of a relationship. We're talking about the end of this 1 foot in, 1 foot out situation, right? We're talking about the end of Lon and the beginning, because 9 also represents new beginnings, the beginning of her connection or her actual true union as adults with Noah. I don't even know who that person is. So the next sequence we're going to talk about is 36852. Now this has an odd number of digits. So the first thing we always want to do with using Demetra's number system is isolate the initial digit to get a better understanding of the overall resonance of the sequence. So here we're talking about a 3, which is the number of manifestation, the number of the practical realm, the number of the realm that you navigate when you are manifesting, when you're gaining practical skills, but also when you lack the awareness to truly inhabit the realm of 4. Okay, but here we're talking about manifestation because in this situation, she's talking to her mother. This is her mother's license plate number. And here we're talking about someone who is sharing her story and the fact that she was able to manifest a balanced life, hence 68, with a karmic partner, hence 52. We can also look at it from another perspective, right? Because in this moment, Allie's having to make a decision. And not all karmic partners are bad, okay? Just because I use the word karma does not mean that it is a bad partner. It means that it is simply a connection that causes you to look inward. It's a situation and a relationship that causes you to grow, that forces you to deal with uncomfortable feelings, that causes you to deal with parts of yourself that you would rather avoid, right? These things are going to come up. There's a connection there. There's a familiarity there, and it can be good or bad, but that's not the point here. So the point in this sequence, because it starts with 368, this is telling us that this is a connection that does have the capability of providing a balanced and harmonious life. Because when you have a 6 pulling in 8 energy, that is the personal life or domestic life pulling in balance. And with this sequence specifically, we're talking about a karmic marriage because of the fact that it totals 24. 24 is a vow or a promise made between two people. It's the actual promise that spouses make to each other in that union. The union itself is represented by 22. That's also the number of genuine friendship. But that vow, that promise, that communication made from one person to another, right, in relation to their domestic situation or their personal life is what 24 represents. So here we're talking about a balanced and a harmonious marriage between two karmic partners. And it does in fact turn out to be a wonderful choice made by Ellie, because this man helps her to the very end, helps her maintain her balance, helps her restore her sanity when she feels like it's slipping away, helps her in the dark moments, stays with her, does not leave her. That is true love. And that brings us to the number 8, which is represented by the birds at the beginning, when they literally die together on the bed and you see 8 birds in flight. This is a balanced departure. This is a balanced union. And this is a success. All right, you guys, and that is it for the Notebook Numerology. Stay tuned for the next movie I choose to dissect.